up, YouTube? What's up, Giants fans? It is your boy J Dimes, and we are back at it with another New York Giants video. Back at it with another New York Giants banger. And before we get into this one, first, happy NBA Playoffs Day to all my hoop fans out there. The Sixers and the Nets are playing right now. They're battling it out in the first round. And before we get to this video, if you haven't done so already, go ahead, leave a like, go ahead, comment, and hit that subscribe button. The draft is less than 2 weeks away. Your boy has been and will continue to be dropping a lot of Giants content. So if you love Giants content, this is the place to be. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and join the channel. But in this video, I wanted to talk about Saquon Barkley and Dexter Lawrence's contract situations and, just give out my thoughts and my opinions on it. Everyone has their own opinions on these two guys. And I wanted to start the video off with Dexter Lawrence. Mostly because this is an easy one for me. My thought and take on this is Dexter Lawrence will be a Giant. There is nothing is going to change, okay? Yes, is he also going to be missing Monday's voluntary workouts? They're voluntary. You don't have to come, even though you would like to see the captains on your roster, be there, those top guys on your roster to be at the voluntary workouts. I don't take that and say, Dexter Lawrence won't be here. Dexter Lawrence is coming off a Pro Bowl, All-Pro season. He is the defensive MVP of last year. He was an absolute game wrecker and a game changer. Do you really think the Giants are going to let Dexter Lawrence play on the fifth-year option this season? No way in hell they do. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but another interior defensive lineman, one of the top-tier interior defensive linemen, along with Chris Jones, Jeffrey Simmons, Aaron Donald, Dexter Lawrence, Quinnen Williams, defensive tackle from the New York Jets, is also going to be missing his team's voluntary workouts on Monday. But you wouldn't even know it because Jets fans aren't worrying about it. They know for a fact that Quinnen Williams, at some point in time, one of these days, is going to get re-signed to their team on a long-term extension because he's that good. And I feel the same with Dexter Lawrence. There is no way the Giants let him play this year on the fifth-year option. Dexter Lawrence is going to get a long-term extension from the New York Giants. You can bet it. I am very, very confident in that. You can trust me on that. Okay, another thing. Dexter Lawrence, we saw those other defensive linemen get big deals, okay? Javon Hargrave got a big deal from the 49ers during free agency. Daron Payne, Washington Commanders, got a huge deal in free agency from them. Coming off an 11.5 sack season, he got himself a payday. Jeffrey Simmons, I keep saying Justin Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons just got a new extension from the Tennessee Titans a couple of days ago. So I think that kind of prolonged the negotiations after those guys' deals, got put on the books and, got put out there. You saw the money they got. I think that probably, made things a little shaky, made things, maybe the negotiations had to go out longer because they want to change how much money they want to give them after those two deals. Those players got those type of deals. It's okay. Dexter's going to be here. A video just surfaced on Instagram of him working out with Leonard Williams. They was in the rain working out, battling it out. So I'm not worried about Dexter Lawrence at all. Saquon Barkley. This is the real focal point of the video because everyone has their own opinions and thoughts on the Saquon Barkley situation. First off, I want to say either side is not in the wrong. Okay, Saquon Barkley is trying to get as much money as possible, which is the goal. When you're an NFL player, get as much money as you possibly can and win a Super Bowl. Those are the two main goals, right? And from the Giants' standpoint, Joe Shane, it comes down to positional value. It comes down to how vital is having a running back on a huge deal. How is that going to affect your team in the long run? And when we look at the running backs today that have these large deals, look where their teams are right now. Derrick Henry, one of the best running backs in the league. Some people say he is the best running back in the league. Definitely, you can say that. Where are the Tennessee Titans right now? They are on the downfall. They traded A.J. Brown. It doesn't look like they're going to be contending. Not a contending team anymore. The defense is regressing. They aren't, a lock playoff team like they were a couple of years ago. But they also have Derrick Henry on that huge contract. Sooner rather than later, Derrick Henry might end up getting traded, believe it or not. Nick Chubb and the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns they're stuck where they are with that Deshaun Watson fully guaranteed deal and that huge contract of Nick Chubb's on their books. They're not really going to be able to really make that many big moves because of that. They're kind of stuck where they are right now, too, in the AFC. You can look at Alvin Kamara and the Saints. They're going to be in a rebuilding. They're rebuilding right now. You know, they did add on Derek Carr, but I don't think that really changes where they're going to be. I honestly don't. So when I look at that, I know Joe Shane looks at that and says, I understand. We want Saquon Barkley back. Not trying to take anything away from Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is amazing. Great player. Great player. My favorite player in the league, believe it or not. Love Saquon Barkley. But when we look at the teams that are contending and we look at the teams in past history that have won Super Bowls, those teams didn't have running backs on huge deals. They didn't. They did not. It's a graphic that gets showed every time we talk about this. We talk about Saquon Barkley and him getting re-signed by the Giants. That graphic shows up. It pops up every time. You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. The Giants offered him $13 million during the bye week. He should have took that deal. Right now, his agent kind of screwed him over on that part because we look at what the free agency market for running backs ended up transpiring as this season, and it plummeted. It plummeted. You look at Jamal Williams, the leader in rushing touchdowns last year, got $3 million annually from the New Orleans Saints on a 4-year deal. 4 years, $12 million is what he got on the open market. We're talking about a guy that led the league in rushing touchdowns. That speaks for itself right there. We didn't really get a huge running back deal because the top 3 running backs of this rating period this year was Josh Jacobs, the leading rusher of last year, got franchise tagged. Tony Pollard got franchise tagged. Saquon Barkley got franchise tagged. So it's like when you look at that, these GMs are saying we ain't going out and giving that much money out to a running back, man. We're going to look at the draft. We're going to take one in the draft. And again, I want Saquon Barkley to be here, but if he was to get traded, which I hope doesn't happen, I hope, ends meet and they meet in the middle on a deal, you got to look at past history. And I spoke on this in my last video about us possibly looking at Bijan Robinson as a replacement if we do trade Saquon. We look at history, second round is a gold mine for running backs. It's a gold mine. Jonathan Taylor, Kenneth Walker, Nick Chubb, Breece Hall. That's just a few names. Hell, Tony Pollard ended up replacing Zeke. Zeke is not even on the team right now. He was taken in the later rounds. But Saquon Barkley does add value to this team. He is the offensive weapon on this team. You pair him up with Darren Waller, but last year, he was a big part of the offense. Big part. And I'm not taking nothing away from Daniel Jones. I know a lot of people like to say Saquon Barkley was the Giants' offense as a way to take something away from Daniel Jones. Not at all. Because if you put Mike Glennon out there, if you put Tyrod Taylor out there, the Giants wouldn't have made the playoffs. Simple as that. But Saquon Barkley is a vital part to the Giants' offense. He is a top 5 player on this team. I don't care who you're talking to. I don't care who you're listening to. I don't care who you're watching on YouTube. He is a top 5 player on the New York Giants. Simple as that. I don't care what position he plays. He is a top 5 player on the Giants. But you also got to think, Joe Shane said it multiple times that they have a limit. They have, a ceiling of how much money they want to give Saquon. And if they want to exceed that, then it's on to plan B. It's on to plan B. So that's just my thoughts. I think none of, with Saquon, I don't think he's in the wrong for trying to get as much money as possible. I can't. He's coming off of, he had the ACL injury. He's playing the running back position. You got to get as much money as you can at that position, man. Because you don't get three contracts in your career. 3 big year contracts like quarterbacks, like wide receivers. You don't get that. You get 1 big deal and maybe a second one if you're still, running like you was when you were younger. So I can't blame Saquon for that, but I also cannot blame Joe Shane for sticking to his word and, really taking positional value seriously. I can't fault either side. I can't. But at the end of the day, I hope they meet in the middle on a deal. At the end of the day, I was way more confident a couple of days ago about them, getting a deal done. Right now, I can't say that. I can't say they're going to definitely get a deal done. He's yet to sign the franchise tag. It's just a lot of things going on, man. So we just got to keep watching, keep, learning more and more about what's going to happen, and just keep, waiting until we see what is going to happen. Is Saquon Barkley going to be a Giant, for the future, in the future? We'll see. We'll find out. But for Dexter Lawrence, on the other hand, he's going to be here. I'm not worried about it at all. He is going to be a Giant. The Giants are not walking or not letting him walk out that door. Trust and believe me. But leave down below your comments. Leave down below your thoughts on this. I just wanted to come up here and give my thoughts, man, because when we're talking about the Giants outside of the draft, the main topic is Saquon Barkley and Dexter Lawrence and their contract situations with the New York Giants. But if you did enjoy, though, also leave a like, hit the subscribe button. Again, The draft is less than 2 weeks away. Your boy's gonna be dropping a lot of content, has been dropping a lot of content, will continue to drop a lot of content. So if you love that type of stuff, love Giants content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and join the channel. But until then, it's been your boy J Dimes. I appreciate you guys for watching. Love you. And we are out. Go Giants.